Okay. They put Katie in the hospital Wednesday night because he didn't want her to go to work anymore. The doctor didn't. He told her she was going to work right up. The baby's due date was Saturday, which was May the 21st, and they were originally going to put her in the hospital Friday night before and start inducing labor Saturday morning. Katie was planning on working all the way up Friday and then go in the hospital Friday night. When she had her doctor's appointment and went, which I'm thinking it was Tuesday, if I'm right, the doctor told her, no more work. I'm putting you in the hospital tomorrow night, which was Wednesday night. So she had to go to her work. So Tuesday they went to her work and told them she wasn't coming in anymore, that they were putting her in the hospital Wednesday night. So they did put her in the hospital Wednesday night, and she rested up. They gave her some kind of medicine then, but Thursday morning is when they gave her the inducing medicine to start inducing labor. So we left Thursday. Elizabeth had to go to work that morning for a few hours, and we had everything ready, and when she come in, of course she jumped in the shower real quick, but we got around as fast as we could and we left. I don't remember exactly what time it was we left, and you know, we had to travel. It's a 9-hour drive. We had to make stops to potty and to eat and get gas in the car and all this kind of stuff. Thursday evening, what time did we make it there? I'm thinking it was somewhere around 3 or 4 in the evening, Thursday evening. I can't really quite remember and recall every little thing. So got there, and I may not even remember all the little details that I would like to remember and tell either. But anyway, she was in a room, and it was the delivery room. But it was, you know, she was in her bed, and she wasn't in labor having the baby right then. It was before. It was leading up, that she hadn't dilated all the way and all this kind of stuff. And I don't remember what they said she was dilated when we first got there either. But, you know, we went in and seen her. The Gentrys was there. And when I say the Gentrys, that's our longtime friends. We met them years ago when we first moved to Vicksburg, Mississippi, and started going to the church they were going to. Melissa's the same age as Elizabeth. They're best friends. Of course, Katie played with her too, so they're all 3 friends. That was before Marcus came along, and before Katie came along. And then I had Katie, and then she had Marcus, and I babysitted Marcus and Melissa. And I'm going to make this longer than I wanted to. Anyway, I might have 2 or 3 videos of this, I guess. Anyway, so we've known them ever since then, for a long time. And when we lived there, you know, we went to church together. The girls, Elizabeth and Melissa, was in 1st grade together at the same school. And they played, they spent the night with each other. I babysat them while she they and all this kind of stuff. So yes, I changed Marcus's diaper. Anyway, they danced in the living room together. Marcus wrapped his arms, they were little toddler babies, and he wrapped his arms around Katie, and they kind of did like a little slow dance around in the living room floor. I know I've mentioned all that before. Anyway, so brother and sister Gentry, that's what we've always called them. I mean, Albert calls them Bobby, but I think he says Sister Gentry instead of Della. I've never could just call them by their name. I've always said brother and sister Gentry. So they were there. Melissa was there. Marcus and Katie was there. Katie was the one in the bed. So she was starting to have like contractions. You know, they had the monitor thing going, showing all that and all this kind of stuff. Alright, there was 2 or 3 times that we had to go out into the hallway while they came in there and checked her to see how much she had dilated and all that. So we waited out in the hall. And I think I've mentioned and told y'all that Elizabeth and Melissa together wanted to make Katie a wreath to put on the hospital door on the outside in the hallway for everybody to see that, you know, she had a baby and it was a baby girl and all this kind of stuff, I'm sure. Anyway, in the comments below, let me know if y'all know about that and have heard that, and have seen baby wreaths on hospital doors in hospitals when somebody just had a baby. When Elizabeth mentioned that to Melissa, Melissa said, I have never heard of that. I've never seen one of them. I don't know if they'll let us put one up. And she actually asked the hospital people if they would allow them to put a wreath up. And she texted Elizabeth back and said, yeah, they said we could put a wreath up. And Elizabeth just laughed about it, you know. Just put the thing up, don't ask. So anyway, so Elizabeth started making it. She had me to help her. The twine wrapped around it. I think I showed y'all. But anyway, me and Elizabeth made the wreath with the twine, the flowers. Well, she did the flower part mostly. I helped her with the twine. She did the flowers. Once they got there, well, before we got there, Melissa had made a banner with Gracie, Delia Gentry, their name on it. And then when they got there, they too finished it up and put the banner on it and everything. So, I videoed the wreath on the door. And then, we wasn't outside in the hall at that point. The door was just opened up, so I went to it and I videoed it. I think I may have done that out in the hall while we were waiting, while they were checking Katie out to see how much she had dilated. I think that was. But then when we were inside the room, they had made, now I videoed it and it looks like a cake, and I think I even said on the video that it's a cake, but it was actually cupcakes that were just all sitting close together in the shape of a long sheet cake, and they had the icing all over it. I mean, in between, you couldn't see that it was cupcakes. It was all covered, so it looked like a cake, but they had on it Happy Birthday Gracie, because she was being born that day. That was her birthday. They was giving her a birthday party. They had drinks. They had snacks, little Debbie cakes, chips, the cupcakes. They were ready. They had the streamers. Y'all see all that later. But I videoed the cupcake cake. So you will see that here. Okay, the next little clip you will see is we're all in the room just sitting around quietly talking and waiting for Gracie. The light's out, so it's kind of dark in there. I show the balloon that Melissa got them, and I go around and I span and show everybody. Elizabeth's even in there. She didn't realize it, I don't think. She was looking at her phone. But I think I show the balloon first, then you'll see Marcus's mama, then Elizabeth, then Marcus's daddy, and then Albert. And then I show Katie in the bed. And I think that part may be a little blurry, not quite sure. And then I show Marcus. And I don't know if you hear Katie saying no videos on YouTube. But, you know, like I said, Marcus said it right after her because he was saying it and laughing. You know, because of what Katie had said. So, you definitely hear him saying it. And here's that clip. Like that wallpaper.
Yes, that's what I'm looking at earlier. Cool.
We're all here waiting.
No videos on YouTube.
Is that getting you?
Yes.
Way up there. Okay. I'm going to put up the next two clips because they're both kind of the same thing, but done at different times, not all together separately. So, what it is is now it's Friday. So it's after she had the baby. She had the baby at, I think it was 2 something. That Thursday night, Friday morning, 2 a.m. something, that she had the baby. So it's up in the morning Friday. Sorry, I got candy in my mouth. I know, shame on me. I can't help it, it's this kind. Anyway, so it's daylight, you know. And Katie has slept and rested and kind of recovered from the ordeal, you know, the big recovery, you know, first recovery. So she's sitting up in her bed, and we're all in her room, and everybody's talking, so you're going to hear everybody in the background. But I'm not really showing everybody. I show the cupcake cake again. Everybody had started eating some, so it's almost gone. So I showed it, and I was telling that it was actually, that I thought it was a cake, and it was actually cupcakes. And we got her some balloons, and we got her some flowers, so I'm showing them. And I showed the birthday streamers we had up, just the party stuff, and I tell you that we're having Gracie's birthday party. And then I think I show Albert, he's laying on the floor at the end of it, just before I cut it off. So, that's the next 2 clips back to back I'll put up. I won't be talking in between those 2 clips. Alright, enjoy. How long this whole entire process
Gracie's
was.
happy birthday cupcakes.
That was all together to look like
I guess from yesterday morning to everything. And then how long I actually pushed.
Today is her birthday.
Pitocin at 9:30 yesterday morning. Right in there. Well, in fact, the nurse said, because he asked her, how long have I been in here, or when did I come in here? And she said,
We got Katie some flowers. And we got Gracie these 3 balloons. Melissa got her the big monkey balloon.
And so she was born at 2:40, so that's 2
And we're
hours.
having her birthday party, and there's her happy birthday streamers up there.
It was just a little bit after he was in there that he said,
And up
So I tried
here.
pushing even though I was only a 9, or had I gotten a 10.
basically in line, but he said, I don't know if he's not working.